Embry, the 331 of Mike Stone, the inside line for the first 8 rows of our feature event. The second heat race will set the outside 8 rows, and the third feature will fill in after that. Excuse me, third heat will fill in after that. So as they come down the back stretch, green flag in hand of Jonathan Smith, Adam White, Lewis McGrath, and the green flag is out. Lewis McGrath out to a quick start. Bob Sibla Jr. to the inside of Adam White. Three laps in, Lewis McGrath with about a 5-car length lead over Bob Sibla. Mike Stone in third, Nathan Embry in fourth. See Adam White get out of the groove. Coming in on the halfway mark, Lewis McGrath still out front. Sibla, Stone, Embry, and Bubba Smith, your top 5. Coming in on 2 to go, Lewis McGrath still out front. Bob Sibla with Mike Stone right behind him in third. White flag in the air for Lewis McGrath. Mike Stone looking to the inside of Bob Sibla. He moves in under him on the backstretch but backs out. Coming out of turn 4, your heat race winner, the number 66 of Lewis McGrath. Mike Stone in second. Bob Sibla Jr., Nathan Embry, Doug Meyer wrapping up your top 5. Bubba's Hobbies Modified. Lewis McGrath, your first heat race winner. Open modifieds this evening here at Midvale Speedway. White flag. As they come through 3 and 4, Ryan Jersick, Brandon Lemmerman, and the green flag is out. Going through 1 and 2, Brandon Lemmerman takes the lead. Brian Wetnall looking to the outside of Ryan Jersick for second. 4 laps in, Sam Bingham looking to the outside of Jersick for third. Out front, Brandon Lemmerman coming to the halfway mark. Coming to completion of lap 7, Brandon Lemmerman, Ryan Wetnall, Ryan Jersick, your top 3, Norm Taylor in 4th, Bryce Allensworth in 5th. Checkered flag in the air. Coming to the stripe, Brandon Lemmerman will be your second heat race winner. Looks like the 21 and the 0 get caught up in turn 4. Coming into Midvale Speedway Victory Lane from Brunswick, Ohio, the 64 of Brandon Lemmerman. Sponsored by Jim Sports Services, Columbia Station Eagles Club, Dynamic Collision, and Monster Motors. He was your feature winner last night in Norton Raceway Park. White flag in the air. John White and Stephen Drew leading them across the line. Coming through 3 and 4 as they hit the line. Green flag is out. As the yellow comes out. As we come down the back stretch into 3 and 4. Hit the start line, green flag is out. Better start per chief starter Jonathan Smith. See Chuck Elkins go up the track, trying to avoid the 56 of John White. Stephen Drew in the lead. See a couple of guys out there locking their tires up, trying to not slide into the car in front of them. Out front, Stephen Drew pulling away from John White, who's getting pressure from Kyle Lawson. Two sticks in the air as they come to the halfway point of the race. 5 in, 5 to go. As Stephen Drew continues to pull away from John White, who's gotten a little bit of a gap back to Kyle Lawson now. 8 laps in as they come down the back stretch, coming in on the white flag. Stephen Drew still out front. John White, Kyle Lawson, Nathan McCauley, and Shane Lewis, your top 5. As he heads through 3 and 4, checkered flag in the air for Stephen Drew. John White second, Kyle Lawson third, Nathan McCauley fourth, Sean Lewis fifth, Chuck Elkins, Christina White, and Patrick Wood wrapping up the field. Sponsored by Koffels Place and River Tool Machine Inc. From Amherst, Ohio, number 25, Steve Drew. Don't forget, next Saturday night is O'Reilly Auto Parts presents Cancer Awareness Night. O'Reilly Auto Parts is donating the trophies to the feature winners. And on the Facebook page, there's a link where you can have a loved one's name put on there in memory of or in remembrance of. And that should be closing out Monday or Tuesday. So if you've not had a chance to go on there and do that, make sure you do. As they come down the back stretch, Jamie Hubner in the 60, Jake Beavers in the 17. Through 3 and 4, and the green flag is out. Jake Beavers and Trenton Croft taking advantage of the high line to get out into the first 2 positions. Connor McLean moving up as well into 3rd. Oh, as Jamie Hubner gets loose and spins on the front stretch, gets into the side of the 443 as the caution comes out. So as our So as we look on the big screen, you can see as they go through 3 and 4. Truck starts to come around on him as he spins towards the infield. He corrects it, and as he comes up right into the, looks like the nose piece and fender of Eddie McLean. Looks like both of the competitors will keep going here. They hit the Rock Dog restart zone. We'll see where Jake decides to go. Looks like he's on his way, and the green flag is out. Trenton Croft to the outside, trying to get a run there to get around Beavers. Connor McLean and Nolan Caldwell there. As Trenton got loose. See Jake Beavers lifting his left front ever so slightly off the ground, smoking the tire there. As they come into the halfway mark, Jake Beavers, your leader. Trenton Croft in second, looking to the inside of Beavers. Connor McLean in third, Nolan Caldwell fourth. Jake pushed a little bit coming down out of the corner there, and Trenton gets to the inside of him. Pulls out front. Connor McLean will follow for second as Jake settles into third. Coming in with 2 to go, Connor McLean looking to the outside of Trenton Croft. White flag in the air for Trenton Croft one more time around. Connor McLean looking to make one final run at him. Gets a good run to the inside. Will he get close enough? He's to the door. Backs out. Oh, just barely catches him. Gets around, and Connor McLean will take the checkered flag. Trenton Croft in second. Jake Beavers in third. Nolan Caldwell, Bob Johnson, Jamie Hupner, and Keith McLean wrap up the vehicles on the track. Ohio, the 442 of Connor McLean, your top qualifier. Sponsored by CNN Auto, D&K Services, Lincoln's Rustic Lemonade, Roger and Karen, Columbiana Auto Parts, Cindy Leslie Realtor, Greens and Things Landscapes, and GNT Bucking Bulls. Don't forget, John Ambrose, the driver of the 24, is also pulling double duty, running the Joker's Wild 60 late model feature. He will be in the 19 car. As they come down the back stretch through 3 and 4, green flag in hand, and green flag is out. They come in 2 laps in, still lined up like they're on the pace laps. Kuykendall on the outside has had the lead both times by a nose at the start-finish line. Does the same again this time. You see Nate Smart get a little bit loose. That might be the advantage. Kuykendall needs to take that on the outside, but he fights back on the inside. Five laps in, 3 to go. Nice tight battle at the front of the field. Nate Smart has the advantage down the back stretch. They're still lined up like they're on the pace laps. Coming through 3 and 4, white flag out. Nate Smart with the advantage right now. Will Kuykendall be able to fight back? Through 3 and 4, a little bump from behind by Brady Cart, but your winner, Andrew Smart. Brady Cart second, Jeff Kuykendall third, John Ambrose and Cody Kaler wrap up your field. So in your 17 out of Dover, Ohio, Nate Smart. Sponsored by Lutz Body and Paint, Bear Electric, Father Time, and Penso's Pizza. Green flag next time by. Out of 4, the green flag is out. Gonna go with the yellow flag. Get them reset there. The 09 wasn't even with the 75, so don't forget we are doing the Queen of Hearts drawing at intermission. The pot start. Down the backstretch, Harmon and Eckinger going to bring us in. Hopefully get a nice even start across that line in turn 4. And green flag is out. Much better start that time. Cole Eckinger getting the advantage down the backstretch. They'll move into the lead in front of Harmon. Passwater's looking to follow up around the 75 of Harmon. A little bit of contact between the 00 and the 75. They single file out. Tyler Harmon to the inside of the 09. Cole Eckinger with the lead that time by. We'll see if he can hold off. As we see the 03 of Chase Hughes pulling pit side. Halfway in, Tyler Harmon's your new leader, with Emerson Huffman looking to the inside of the 09 of Eckinger. Two laps to go as they come down the backstretch. They'll come into the white flag. Tyler Harmon, Emerson Huffman, Bob Passwater Sr., Cole Eckinger, and Justin Riley. White flag in the air. Coming out of 4, your heat race winner, Tyler Harmon in the 75. Emerson Huffman, Bob Passwater Sr., Cole Eckinger, and Justin Riley wrapping up your field. Again, don't forget the Queen of Hearts drawing. Tickets are being sold at the Beer Barn. That will be done at intermission, and it was $5,375 starting at the beginning of the night. Out of New Philadelphia, Ohio, Tyler Harmon, sponsored by Link Supply, Jake Miller and Sons Excavating, Tint by Cams, and the Army Navy Union of Ohio. Again, don't forget, they do have South Philly Pizza in the concession stand on both the pit side and the grandstand side. We'd like to welcome them back as the compact sponsor after a few years off and selling pizza here at the track again as well. Salinger and Scott through 3 and 4. Coming to the start line. Green flag is out. Caden Scott will lead lap 1. Rich Dunlap looking to go to the outside and follow him around Salinger. 3 laps in, Caden Scott, your leader. Rich Dunlap in second. Blaze Bacon looking to the outside of Salinger for third. Oh, and Salinger goes around. Looks like Bacon got into him a little bit there. Rich Dunlap avoiding the 62. Take a look at the replay here and make a decision on what went on there. So Blaze Bacon taking the fault for that incident. Unfortunately, Jeremy Salinger unable to continue as it looks like he had it before. So as they hit the Rock Dog restart zone, we'll see where Caden decides to go. Looks like he's going to go now, and green flag is out. Got a little bit of an advantage there, but Rich Dunlap's not going to give up without a fight. He pulls back to the outside. As they take the halfway mark, they were neck and neck at the line. Corbin Robinson looking to make it pretty wide down the front stretch, backs out wisely. It looks like the X09 comes to a stop there in the corner. License plate FSQ 9355. Frank Sam Queen 9355. Silver, appears to be a silver Acura. You need to move your vehicle, please. It will be towed at your expense if you do not move it otherwise. Again, there's a white Honda behind the concession stand area of the parking lot that needs moved. Green flag in the air as they came through the Rock Dog restart zone. Rich Dunlap and Corbin Robinson even as they go down into 1 and 2. Again, a white Honda white Acura FSQ 9355. You do need to move your vehicle, please. Rich Dunlap pulling out in front of Corbin. Can't quite get enough to clear him though. White flag in the air as they come through 3 and 4. Rich Dunlap on the inside, Corbin Robinson on the outside. Gavin Roop with the advantage in third place. Down the backstretch they come. Checkered flag in the air through 3 and 4. Rich Dunlap. Oh, and Robinson and Roop get loose. Rich Dunlap will be your race winner. Corbin Robinson in second. Gavin Roop, Caden Scott, and Josh Huff wrapping up the field. Out of Wainwright, Ohio, the 36 of Rich Dunlap, your heat race winner in the South Philly Compacts, South Philly Pizza Compacts. Sponsored by Quaker Drive-Thru, Matco Tools, Mike Raybun, Careless Vinyls. As they come through 3 and 4, green flag in the air, and we're underway. Coming in on lap 2, Josh Irwin and Drew Romig still side by side for the lead. Jeffrey Orr in third. Coming through 3 and 4, they take the halfway flags as Drew Romig has the slight advantage over Josh Irwin that lap. Looks like Josh got a little loose coming out of the corner. Nick Peebles trying to move up into third. As we see the 04 and the 69 touch, they keep them straight, keep moving, battling for the lead. As they head through 3 and 4, white flag in the air. Josh Irwin powering back on the inside to lead lap 7. Down the backstretch they go. Nick Peebles into second. Looks like Romig's got something wrong. He's dropping off there. Checkered flag in the air for Josh Irwin in the 04. Looks like he broke the spindle on the 69. Something in that right front's off. So Josh Irwin in the 04 taking your heat race win. Nick Peebles in second. Jeffrey Orr in third. Timmy Kalp in fourth. Andrew Bethards in fifth. Brenton Irwin in sixth. And Drew Romig rounding out the field in seventh. The 04 of Josh Irwin. So again, on the initial starts, they have to go at the line in turn 4. So as they come through, we need a nice even start. Green flag in the air, and we're underway. Yellow flag is out as we have Billy Hilliker spinning down the front stretch. $75 up until the start of tonight's events. So as they hit the Rock Dog restart zone, one heat left after this race. So If you want to get your ticket, now's your time. Green flag in the air. Daniel Simmons getting out into the lead. Hilliker getting a little loose there with some help from behind. Luke Wilcox trying to save it. Gets into the wall a little bit there. Keeps moving. Looks like he'll pull pit side. So Hilliker to the outside of Simmons for the lead. Billy Hilliker taking the lead as they go into 3 and 4. Simmons settling into second. Four laps in, 4 to go. Simmons pushes really high out of the corner. It allows a couple guys to get underneath of him there. But Billy Hilliker setting a nice pace out there, pulling away from the field. Alan Clark and Braden Furby fighting for second. Clayton Oliver trying to move into fourth. Coming down the back stretch, white flag in the air for Billy Hilliker as he comes through 3 and 4. Alan Clark in second, Braden Furby third. Clayton Oliver looking for that position now. Checkered flag in the air for Billy Hilliker. Braden Furby second. Clayton Oliver third, Delmer Clark in fourth, Jonathan Weber and A.J. Andrews wrapping up the field. By Earl's Auto Repair and J&T Auto Glass. Looks like the yellow flag coming back out. They won't take the green this time by. So again, don't forget, we do have our Joker's Wild late model 60 lap feature event. They'll run 30 laps. We'll stop them on the front stretch. They'll go so as they come through 3 and 4, they hit the line, and the green flag is out. Alan Andrews and Justice Lenars out there fighting for the lead. Jake Keller in third. A.J. Andrews in fourth. See Justice Lenars get a little loose, slide up the track, giving the advantage to Alan Andrews down the back stretch. Top 4, tight enough you could throw a blanket over him right now. See Jake Keller get a little loose. A little bit of bump draft down the back stretch as Justice Lenars getting a little help from A.J. Andrews in the 22. He'll take the lead as the halfway flags are out. Looks like some tire smoke coming out of the 37X. So as they come in, 2 to go, Justice Lennar with A.J. Andrews looking to his outside. Leaders coming up on lap traffic as they take the white flag. Andrews gives a pretty hard bump to Lennars, moves to the inside. Crossing the line, A.J. Andrews will take the win in the 22. Lennars in second, Alan Andrews in third, Jake Keller and Alan Boyd wrap out your top 5. Sponsored by Nicole's Creations, Crazy Waynes, Nicholas Construction and Remodeling. Car and Parker Ennis in the 07. Lucas Ripley, your top qualifier, new track record holder in the 00. Sam Bingham and Adam White. Kyle Lawson in the 6, Bryce Allensworth in the 21. John White in the 56. And Stephen Drew in the 25. Nathan McCauley in the 17. Sean Lewis in the 38. Chuck Elkins in the 6. Christina White in the 21. Patrick Wood in the 11, Bob Page in the 49, making the call for the feature, the 14 of Tim Wave as they get the white flag. So get your arms up in the air again, give them a wave one more time. 26 cars, 40 laps. Open modified feature action coming your way next time by. Green flag in Chief Starter Jonathan Smith's hand. Lewis McGrath, Brendan Lemmerman bringing him to the green flag as they come through 3 and 4. And we're underway. Lewis McGrath out into an early lead with Mike Stone looking to the inside of Brendan Lemmerman. Coming in on lap 5, Lewis McGrath and Mike Stone have a pretty good advantage over Bob Siblo, who's moved into third. Nathan Embry and Brandon Lemmerman get together through 1 and 2. The field moving around the lap car of Patrick Wood as he moves to the high side, giving them the advantage. As he will pull off the track this time by Mike Stone, your leader, coming into lap 9. Lewis McGrath in second, Bob Sibla Jr., Nathan Embry, and Doug Meyer round out your top 5. Oh, and the 410 over the wheel of the 32 on the front stretch. Yellow flag is out. So after looking at the replay, the 32 of Brian Whitnell will be charged with the caution. Unfortunately for Ryan Jersick, he did go pit side, so he will also go to the tail. So as you look at that replay on the H&M Collision big screen, you can see the 32 got a little loose, started to move to the inside. The 410 had nowhere to go. Mike Stone has to hit that restart zone first, and they can go as soon as they get into it, not any time before. So as we get into the Rock Dog restart zone, they start to get a little bit of speed built up, and Mike Stone accelerates. Green flag is back out. Ten laps in, 30 to go. Mike Stone is your leader. Bob Sibla Jr. and Doug Meyer now starting to track him down for that lead as the 17 spins in the back of the field and the yellow flag will come out. So the 17 of Nathan McCauley spinning in the back of the field, bringing out the caution. As they head down the back stretch into the Rock Dog restart zone. Again, Stone can go as soon as he hits that line. Green flag is out. And the yellow is out as it looks like the 82 nosed his way out front there, jumping the start. Get them reset. Again, the leader. Restart zone. Michael Stone has to hit the line first, and he has to be the first to go. He does. He starts to accelerate, and the green flag is out. Mike Stone taking the lead with Bob Sibla settling into second. Lewis McGrath in third. Lucas Ripley in fourth. Bubba Smith and Doug Myers side by side for fifth. Yellow flag is out. Looks like 65 of John White, 32 Whitnell, and Sean Lewis over there in turn 2. Our infield safety crew over there making sure that the track's good to go, blowing off any dirt and debris they may have dropped on the track. Through 3 and 4, the green flag is out. Bob Sibla Jr. with a much better restart there, and he will take the lead going into 3 and 4. Ooh, and we've got some action in one. It looked like Lucas Ripley locked him up going into the corner there. A couple other cars spinning to avoid that. Looks like he got slowed down enough to not really hit the wall too hard, but our Midvale safety crew attending to him very, very quickly. 331 of Mike Stone has a rear bumper that's close to dragging. They're going to take a look at it over there in turn 3. Taking a look at the replay on the big screen, H&M Collision big screen. Laps in, 25 laps to go. Coming into the Rock Dog restart zone, Bob Sibla Jr., Mike Stone. They can go anytime from here on out. A little bit of a late start, and Bob Sibla gets a good jump. Bubba Smith to the inside of Stone for second. Oh, and something stuck on Sibla, and he just went directly into the wall. As we see our safety crew attending to Bob Sibla Jr., unfortunately, it looks like Bob Sibla Jr. did that on his own. The wheels he went to turn and they did not move, so we'll get our safety crew out there. Just a reminder, fans, please stay back away from the fence. They can potentially blow some, thanks to Matt Wallach and Jason Main for having their team out here. Don't forget, you can watch all the action, the race lineup, some of the replays right there on the H&M Collision big screen. We've got the Rock Dog 109 FM restart zone. You see the sign over there. It's the Rockin' Restart Zone. We utilize that on anything after the initial start of the race. We have newly joined partner Dynamite Performance Tuning zone again. flag in the hand of Jonathan Smith as we hit the restart zone. Green flag is out. Bubba Smith to the outside of Michael Stone for the lead. We'll see if he can make it stick. Smith falls in behind as Doug Meyer now looks to the outside of Lewis McGrath for third. The yellow flag is out. We head through 1 and 2. As we head down the backstretch into the Rock Dog restart zone, Michael Stone, Bubba Smith, your front row. And they're underway. Green flag is out again. Smith to the outside of Stone as they head down the backstretch. Still side by side for the lead. Doug Meyer in third as Bubba Smith tries to stay on the outside of Mike Stone. He falls into second now. Bubba Smith peeking his nose out around Michael Stone, but he doesn't have the run he needs. First three all lined up. Michael Stone, Bubba Smith, Doug Meyer. Smith to the outside as they come through 3 and 4. Gets a good run on him. See the 07 of Parker Ennis starting to puff a little bit of smoke there. As Smith noses out front and the yellow flag is out. Adam White down in turn 4. The 07 of Parker Ennis looks like his motor's starting to go. He gets the black flag. As they head down the backstretch, they'll head into the Rock Dog Rockin' restart zone. As soon as they hit that white line, Mike Stone can choose to go when he wants. He seemed to have a pretty good jump the last 2 times here. He's there, and the green flag is out. Bubba Smith with the advantage into 1 and 2, and he will come out with the lead. Bubba Smith, Mike Stone, Doug Meyer, your top three. Coming in on lap 30, 10 laps to go. Bubba Smith out front, Michael Stone in second, Doug Meyer in third. Coming in on 7 to go, Bubba Smith in first, Michael Stone, Doug Meyer, your top three. Norm Taylor, Nathan Embry, your top five. Five fingers in the air as they cross the line. Bubba Smith, Michael Stone starting to track him down. Doug Meyer, all those three have separated themselves from the rest of the field. Three to go this time by, your top three lined up in a row. Two to go this time by, two to go. White flag in the air for Bubba Smith. Michael Stone in second, Doug Meyer in third. As they come through 3 and 4, your 40-lap open modified feature winner, Bubba Smith. Michael Stone in second, Doug Meyer in third. Norm Taylor, Nathan Embry wrap up your top five. Coming through 3 and 4. Put your hands together for your 40-lap open modified feature winner, the 12 of Bubba Smith. Pulling into Midvale Speedway, Victory Lane in the Canton Auto Salvage, Freedom Auto Finance, Smith's Auto Sales, Hair by Jana, number 12. Many of you know him from his time running up through the divisions here and a multi-time late model champion. Unstrapping from his car, your feature winner in the number 12, Bubba Smith. I'll tell you right now, that gave me chills watching that come up through there. So, I'll tell you what, you made that outside work on that last restart. Tell us what you did to make it different.
Well, I don't usually shift on starts. I had to do it at Bristol last year. I tried it on the first start, didn't work. Second start, I just put it high and left it there. And I said, this is probably going to be my last chance, so let's try shifting again. And it worked. Got him down to one, and was able to hold him down just enough to get behind him off two.
I know you haven't been down here much this year, but that outside lane hasn't really been moving that much. Tonight it seemed to work really well. You weren't the first one to take advantage of it, so who would you like to thank on this number 12?
I got to thank Tommy and Mike. My wife and I took my daughter to the beach last week. They finished the car up. We've been terrible here. Tommy made some changes, and the car is the best I've ever had here. It's been a while since I won, so sometimes you think you might not get another one, so it felt really good to win this one tonight.
Congratulations. Your 40-lap open modified feature winner, Bubba Smith.
Tommy. Let him do that thing, Mike. I want it in that thing. Brian. Your hair is standing up, Brian. Love it, too. All right. Brian, wait, I got more hair than him. Scratch, Bubba. Maybe you ought to go on vacation again next week, Bubba. Sounds good.
We'll need 2 rows, guys.
Yeah, I can use it. Tommy, I can hold it, work on the car.
Say 2 rows. Give the little.
And we are underway. Green flag is out. Jake Beavers to the outside of Barney Gerber. Looking to take advantage of that front row starting spot. Oh, and Beavers goes around. As we see the 17 of Beavers gets moving again. As they head down the backstretch, Barney Gerber to the inside, Jake Beavers to the outside. And green flag is out. And we're going to have a yellow out. Holiday weekend start. As they come through 3 and 4 side by side. Green flag in the air. Much better start that time. Jake Beavers looking to go to the front again. Looks like he has Barney cleared going into the corner this time. Trenton Croft taking second from Gerber. And here comes Connor McLean into third. Looks like the 09 of Keith McLean will pull off. As Jake Beavers leads, Trenton Croft in second. Connor McLean stalking him in third. Eddie McLean in fourth. Nolan Caldwell to the outside of Gerber for fifth. Connor McLean looking to the outside of Trenton Croft again for second. Don't worry about that smoke on the 17. His left front's just lifting a little bit through the corner. Six laps in, 9 to go. Connor McLean to the outside of Trenton Croft, who is on the bumper of Jake Beavers. Connor McLean to the outside of Trenton Croft, looking to make it 2 for 1 as he's looking to the outside of Jake Beavers coming out of 2. Side by side for second, Beavers holding the lead, playing the lanes just right as he moves up and down through the corner, down the straightaway. Five laps to go. There is a blue Kia Soul in a Toyota Tundra. We need you to move your vehicles immediately. Someone needs to leave for an emergency. Blue Kia Soul, Toyota Tundra. Please move your vehicles. Connor McLean to the outside of Jake Beavers, still pushing. Coming in on 3 to go. Can he make it stick? He clears Trenton Croft, and he is side by side with Beavers as they go through 1 and 2. Down the backstretch, he pulls even. We saw this truck last week with Mike Stuber in there pushing very hard. Trenton Croft looking to make it 3 wide. Oh, and Beavers gets loose, and Connor McLean takes the lead. White flag in the air for Connor McLean. Trenton Croft looking to his inside. Eddie McLean to the inside of Beavers for third. As they come down the backstretch, Connor McLean in the outside. Oh! Oh, and it looks like it's going to be a photo finish. Was very close at the line. We are waiting on race control to get confirmation. Last year, these two had a photo finish that Connor McLean just barely squeaked in front of Trenton. Trenton. row, the number 29 of Trenton Croft. Boy, I'll tell you what, that one was close right there at the line. .012, the difference. Similar truck, different face this week. Trenton, you had a couple weeks off, fill-in driver. Well, I'll tell you what, that was a great finish.
Oh yeah, it was hell getting around Beavers, but once I got around him, I caught up to Connor, and he just made a little mistake, and I got him.
Yeah, and it was almost a reversal of what happened last year where he just edged you out, where what would have been your first feature win. So who do you want to thank on this 29 truck tonight?
I want to thank Dad, Bob Morse Farms, just anybody that's helped put work into the truck, you know.
Mark Lucius helped with the setup at all for you?
Not really.
All that damage last week kind of threw it out the window, didn't it?
Yeah.
So, well, hey, anybody else you want to thank? Any sponsors you want to thank?
I just want to say do it for Dale.
All right. Your sport truck feature winner for O'Reilly Auto Parts, Trenton Croft. Next time by, we're going to wave to these drivers. 65 of Jimmy Carter, John Sandquist Jr. in row 2. Bob Page, Jonathan Ritter in row 3. In row 4, John Ambrose and George Riddle. Make sure you wave to these drivers as they come by. Chloe Mazzagatti and Brandon Short in row 5. Brendan Lucius and Bob Schneider Jr. Bryant Smith and Mike Mazzagatti. And Neil Rowley and Bear Schwartz rounding out your field. White flag in the air. The first segment of 30 laps in your Joker's Wild 30 in your Macintosh Oil late models will be going green in 1 lap. Now for a driver to advance to the second segment, they need to be running at the end of this. So they will have the opportunity, if they have a flat, a mechanical issue, a yellow comes out, they can fix their vehicle and get back out there. As we come down the back stretch, Tim Allensworth, Gary Whipkey, 2 veteran drivers on your front row. Through 3 and 4, they come to the line, and the green flag is out. We see Carter and Whipkey get together there as Carter moves into second. Tim Allensworth, Jimmy Carter, Gary Whipkey, Bob Page, John Sandquist Jr., your top 5. Ooh, yellow flag is out. '17 of Bob Schneider Jr. Bear Schwartz stopped in 3 and 4. As they head down the back stretch, Allensworth and Page coming into the Rock Dog restart zone. And they're underway. Bob Page will settle into third. Oh, as the 999 of Neil Rowley spins coming out of 4. The yellow flag is out again. Body and short, your top 10. Bryant Smith and Mike Mazzagatti. As they come through the restart zone, green flag is out. Yellow flag comes out. Safety crew attending to it before it gets too bad out there. White flag is out. Next time by, we'll hit the Rock Dog restart zone. Restart this late model feature action. Tim Allensworth, Jimmy Carter on the front row. Coming into 3, they hit the restart zone. Green flag is out. Tim Allensworth out to the lead, Jimmy Carter in second. John Sandequist looking to the outside, taking third from Gary Whipkey. Five laps in, 25 to go. Allensworth and Carter, your front 2. Sandequist in third. Whipkey and Bob Page battling for 4th. Brendan Lucius, Brandon Short, Jonathan Ritter, John Ambrose, and Chloe Mazzagatti will wrap up your top 10. Ten laps in, 20 to go. Bob Page looking to the inside of Gary Whipkey for 4th. Jimmy Carter right in the tracks of Allensworth for the lead. Brandon Short to the outside of Brendan Lucius. as Page gets around Whipkey. Short gets up and clears Lucius. Halfway, flags in the air. 15 in, 15 to go. As the leaders come out of 4, they're going to start running into traffic. The passing flag going out for some of the guys at the tail of the field. Laps to go this time by. Allensworth still in the lead. Carter in second. Sandquist, Page, and Brandon Short up into 5th. Gary Whipkey, Brendan Lucius, Jonathan Ritter, John Ambrose and Chloe Mazzagatti rounding out your top 10. Your leaders have about a straightaway until they hit the next car. Bryant Smith gives them a little bit of room to move as they come in with 6 to go this time by. Allensworth, Carter, Sandquist, Bob Page, Brandon Short, your top 5. All right there together on the front, coming onto the front stretch through 3 and 4. Brendan Lucius looking to the inside of Whipkey. Oh, they touch, but they keep it moving. George Riddle in that 10th position. White flag in the air. As they come down the backstretch. Tim Allensworth. Jimmy Carter. Checkered flag in the air for Tim Allensworth. Winner of the first half of your Joker's Wild 60. So now the question is are you going to pull first or last? Well, no, are you going to pull the first card or the last card? You have that option.
I'll go first.
All right. Jimmy Carter in second place. How'd it feel out there?
pretty good. Johnny just kept telling me to stay tired. So we'll see what we have the second half.
All right, we'll let you head over this way so you can pull your card. All right, John Sandquist Jr. taking the option to have somebody else pull for him. We'll have one of his crew guys do that. How'd it feel out there?
We're a little slick right now. We're kind of doing full use slide, but we're having a little lag in the motor tonight, and I hope it stays together for the next couple laps.
Looked pretty good out there. You weren't that far off the leaders. Think you got a chance if you get to start up front?
If we start up front, we're going to try to do what we can. If we get a bad draw, we better keep the motor in one piece.
All right, well, good luck out there.
Okay. Yeah. Give me a second. I got to fuel this up. You're good.
Pulling double duty tonight. How did it feel out there for the first feature you were in? So, didn't do too bad in this one, finishing fourth. How do you think they'll do in the second half? All right, well, good luck. Make sure you head down that way to pull your car. Brandon Short, the 18, finishing. How'd it feel out there?
A little tight. We need to make some adjustments. We got caught in some traffic early on or something. Just a bad restart. We really lost a lot of spots there, so we had to race our way back up. But I think we got back up to fifth. I mean, we had some form, but we ran out of time. So in this next 30 legs.
All right, well, make sure you head down that way so we can get you taken care of on your card redraw. So Tim Ellsworth will start sixth. Jimmy Carter
Yeah. I got to go, buddy. I got to go. All right?
pulls the.
All right, bye.
He will start outside row 2. We need somebody to pull for John Sandquist real quick. He's coming over. He didn't unstrap. Oh! There's for the second half. John Sandquist Jr. will start on the pole. Three inside of row 2. Austin fumbling the cards there. We'll shuffle them up again. Brandon pulled the 10. You want Chop to pull this for you?
No, he's got worse luck than I do.
The 7. Brennan Lucius will fall back one spot. Chloe, last week's feature winner. Pulling the 8. John Ambrose. The 2. Move that ride to the outside of row 1. Gary Whipke. The 5. And that leaves George Riddle with the 9. So you move up one spot inside row. So again, we'll allow these drivers to finish making their adjustments, get something to drink, get them strapped back in and line back up for another 30. Green flag in the hand of Jonathan Smith. And the green flag is out. And the yellow for the jump on that one. So again, on the initial start, they have to be even coming out of the corner across the line. John Sandquist Jr., John Ambrose, your front row as they come down the backstretch into 3, start to accelerate, and the green flag is out. That start's going to stick. The Sandquist moves into the lead. Bob Page following him into second. Bob Page to the inside of Sandquist. Can he make it stick? He pulls back. Five laps in, 25 to go, and we see the 99 starting to lay down a little. Oh, and he gets spun around. So under that intermission, Sandquist was worried about what his engine was starting to feel like. Saw a little bit of smoke out of him on the front stretch and the back stretch. That white line, they'll be in the Rock Dog restart zone. As soon as they hit that line, they can go whenever Bob Page decides. Even across the line, and green flag is out. Ooh, he took a late start there. Jimmy Carter taking advantage of the late start to move around Bob Page. Tim Allensworth moving up into second. Side by side for sixth place. Gary Whitke and Brendan Lucius. Yellow flag is out. Brendan Lucius backwards on the front stretch. Bryant Smith. Jimmy Carter, Tim Allensworth, your front row. Brandon Short, Chloe Mazzagatti. John Ambrose, Brendan Lucius. As they come down the backstretch, they will hit the Rock Dog restart zone. As soon as they hit that white line, they can move and go. Oh, and he gets a little bit of a jump there. Oh, and Brandon Short, slow. Yellow flag is out. An iPad has been turned in the parking lot. As they come back down the backstretch, they'll get into the Rock Dog restart zone. As soon as they hit the line, they can go. Jimmy Carter on the jump. Gets out in front of Allensworth. Brandon Short right there as well. Ooh. The 65 and the 21 get together a little bit there. Not that there's a fender flapping on the 21 now. 10 laps in, 20 laps to go. Allensworth to the outside again. Side by side down the backstretch. Allensworth with the advantage going into the corner. Gets a little loose and they're even at the line. Oh, Chloe Mazzagatti spins in two. Carter on the front row as they come into the Rock Dog restart zone. until the end, and green is out. And yellow flag out again. Driver stopping on the front stretch so that the safety crew can attend to the drivers. And short coming into the Rock Dog restart zone. And the green is out. Tim Allensworth moving back out front with Brandon Short in second. Bob Page in third. Jimmy Carter on the outside of Chloe Mazzagatti for fourth. "16 laps in, 14 to go." Jimmy Carter slowing on the front stretch. And the yellow flag is out. And coming into the checkered flag, your winner will be Tim Allensworth. Brandon Short, Chloe Mazzagatti, Robert Page, and Bob Schneider Jr. wrapping up your top five. So you did 16 that time.
Yeah, that was probably about the longest 16 laps I've ever raced in my life. But got to thank my dad and my mom and my wife, everybody that helped us out on the car. Speed Juice Car Wash, Allensworth Wellness, all my family for coming, and Debbie up there, and Wendy. Thank you for coming and supporting me. It was fun out there. Jimmy Carter needs more than one lane, I guess, to race. We got some torn up race cars. Oh, it's okay. Don't worry.
All right, Tim Allensworth, winner of leg 1 and 2 of the Joker's Wild. So as they celebrate victory lane, the South Philly Compact's fast feature coming out to the track. Make sure you wave to your favorite driver as they come by you. Wave to the drivers as they're coming through, hands in the air, nice and high for them. Down the back stretch, Drew Romig, Jeffrey Orr, your front row. As they come through 3 and 4, they will hit that line in turn 4. And the green flag is out. 20 laps. Caution flag is out. Pizza Compacts. Looks like the X09 of Wes Innes pulling it back to his trailer there. So as they go through 3 and 4, Drew Romig, Jeffrey Orr on your front row. And we are underway. Nick Peebles pulling off the track. Looked like he got some damage from that last accident there. Jeffrey Orr out to a quick lead. Drew Romig in second, Timmy Kelp in third. Your leader, Jeffrey Orr, coming in with 5 laps in, 15 laps to go. Timmy Kelp looking to the outside of Drew Romig for second. Looks like the 2 of Damian Andrews having an issue. He's pulling off track. But out front, Jeffrey Orr taking advantage of side-by-side racing to extend his lead. Side-by-side action for second place is Drew Romig able to hold off Timmy Kelp. Your leader, Jeffrey Orr, 2 flags in the air, halfway this time by. Drew Romig in second, Jimmy Kalp in third, Andrew Bethards in fourth, Jeremy Salinger in fifth. Jeffrey Orr out front. Got almost a straightaway lead on the field. Oh, Salinger slides to the infield, gets into one of the tires. Yellow flag is out. "12 laps in, 8 to go. Your leader, Jeffrey Orr, did not want to see that caution. He had stretched out to quite the lead. Irwin, Blaze Bacon. As they hit the Rock Dog restart zone, Jeffrey Orr accelerates and we are green. Yellow flag is out. Caden Scott sideways in 1 and 2. As they come down the backstretch, they'll come into the Rock Dog restart zone. Jeffrey Orr, Drew Romig. And they're off. Green flag is out. Jeffrey Orr with the advantage down the backstretch, but Drew Romig going to try and make the outside work. Five laps to go this time by. 5 laps to go for your leader, Jeffrey Orr. Drew Romig in second, Andrew Bethards in third, Rich Dunlap moving into fourth. Oh, and Caden Scott spins at the back of the field. As they head into the Rock Dog restart zone, Jeffrey Orr, Drew Romig, your front row. And they're moving and the green is out. 5 laps remaining. Yellow flag is out. Debris on the backstretch. We get the green flag drop. The next flag, whether it be the yellow or the checkered, will end the race. As they hit the rock start zone, the green flag is out. Jeffrey Orr out in a good position right now with Timmy Kalp trying to track him down. Andrew Bethard's out in the outside. Not sure if something's wrong or he was just getting out of the way. Looks like he's going pit side. $17 in, 3 to go. Jeffrey Orr, your leader. Timmy Kalp in second, but Rich Dunlap closing in third. Two to go, white flag in the air, this time by Jeffrey Orr, your leader. Timmy Kalp in second, Rich Dunlap in third. Side by side for fourth is Huff and Robinson. Down the back stretch they go. Jeffrey Orr out front, enough room that nobody's going to get to him. Through 3 and 4, checkered flags in the air for Jeffrey Orr. Timmy Kalp, Corbin Robinson, Rich Dunlap, and Josh Huff, your top 5. Climbing from his vehicle, veteran racer, Jeffrey Orr. All right, we're getting a little tight on time here, so anybody you'd like to thank this evening?
Obviously, my family, my wife, my kids, my dad did a lot on this car. Gavin and Blaze and Tabby helped me go get oil cylinders so that we can even continue the night in the 8 car. I want to thank my sponsors, Gavin Race Shop, Number 9 Garage, and Willis Road Sugar, and Ford's God.
So, well, hey, your family's coming over here real quick. Give you a chance to celebrate with them for just a moment, and we'll move on to our Wayne Doughton Street Stock feature. So again, a round of applause for Jeffrey Orr. These drivers, they appreciate you staying to watch them, just as we do here at Midvale. Down the back stretch, Harmon and Eckinger on your front row. They will get the green flag coming out of 4 at the line. And the green flag is out. Tyler Harmon out to an early lead with Emerson Huffman moving into second. Nate Smart to the inside of Eckinger for third, and he gets that position going into turn one. Nate Smart loose as he tries to go to the outside of Huffman, and he sticks it down in there in 1 and 2. Looks like a pull even going down the back stretch. Looking to the outside of Harmon now for the lead. See if he can duplicate his move on the 00 to the 75 this lap. Side by side for the lead. Nate Smart with the advantage going down the backstretch. Not quite enough to clear him, but he makes it work. Nate Smart, your new leader. Emerson Huffman looking to the outside of Harmon to potentially take second. As the 03 of Chase Hughes pulls pit side. Nate Smart, your leader. Tyler Harmon and Emerson Huffman battling for second. Cole Eckinger locked into fourth right now. Brady Carton fifth. Your top qualifier. Cody Kaler making his way through. Halfway in, 10 to go. Nate Smart with 0.7 of a second lead that lap. Three wide into one. Everybody goes all right through there. Brady Cart to the outside of Eckinger for fourth. A lot of action from fourth to eighth place there right now. But out front, Nate Smart continuing to stretch his lead out. Oh, and the 09 and the 96 get sideways and get down to the infield. Yellow flag is out. Nate Smart. Emerson Huffman as they come to the Rock Dog restart zone. And they're rolling. Green flag is out. Nate Smart getting a good jump. Tyler Harmon taking advantage of it, moving into the second position. 00 of Emerson Huffman slow down the backstretch. He gets settled back in. Jeff Kuykendall moving into third place. Ambrose looking to the inside of Eckinger for fourth. He'll get that. 5 laps to go. Kuykendall looking to the inside of Harmon. It looks like he'll get that position coming out of the corner. John Ambrose following through. Nate Smart out front. See if they got anything for him. Oh, and Harmon spins coming out of 2. Yellow flag on the track again. So we didn't complete lap 15, so 14 laps in, 6 to go. White flag as Nate Smart and Jeff Kuykendall head down to the Rock Dog restart zone. See if the veteran can jump the youngster. And he pulls even as they head down into 1 and 2. Side by side for the lead. 5 fingers in the air, 5 to go. Still side by side. Ambrose looking to take advantage of whoever slips up. Nate Smart pulling into the lead on his own. Ambrose pulling under the 12 for second. Coming in on 2 to go. 2 to go this time by. Puts John Ambrose on the rear bumper of Nate Smart. He looks to the inside. Doesn't have enough. Down the backstretch they go through 3 and 4. White flag in the air. The 12 gives the 24 a little bit of a nudge. That may have moved him just enough. Ambrose gets a run down the backstretch, but it does not look like it's going to be enough to get him in the corner. Looking to the outside of Nate Smart. Checkered flag in the air for the 17 of Nate Smart. John Ambrose second, Jeff Kuykendall third, Brady Cart and Cody Kaler wrapping up your top 5. Doing a Polish victory lap, coming back to the start finish line. And shifting. In the father time, Lutz Body and Paint, Penso's Pizza, number 17. Your Wayne Dalton Sales and Service feature winner this evening. Crawling out of the car once he's unhooked. Your winner, Nate Smart. Andrew. My fault. Quit messing with me. It's late. Well, you've had a rough start to the season. How's it feel to be down here in Victory Lane?
Feels awesome to be back.
Anybody you'd like to thank on the 17 tonight?
Thank Ed Gordon, my dad. We've been around 2 weeks straight. My brother. Everyone helped me with this. I'm glad I'm back there.
All right. Your winner, Nate Smart. This evening is Alan Andrews. As they get lined up, they took the white flag that last time. Green flag this time by. And green flag is out. Oh, and yellow flag is out. Compact feature getting ready to go underway. A little bit of a different complexion to the race now. Daniel Simmons and Nick Connor on the front row. Gunnar Leary and Justice Lenars in row 2. 59 of Braden Furby and Jonathan Weber in the 85 in row 3. Billy Hilliker and Josh Wilcox. And then the 19 and the 42. And as they come through, green flag is out. We're underway. And the yellow flag is out. Row 3. Laura Day and Alan Andrews in row 4. As they come into the Rock Dog restart zone. They'll hit that as Gunnar Leary comes back on. Green flag is out. Wide. 3 wide. Jonathan Weber goes from 4th to 2nd through 3 and 4. Moves into 2nd place. Looking to the outside of Daniel Simmons. If Daniel can keep that push down and keep it down low, he'll have a chance to stay in front of him. Looks like Gunnar Leary pulling pit side again. Braden Furby to the inside of Justice Lenars for 4th. Yellow flag is out. Piece of debris down in the middle. Simmons and Weber. And the green is out. Jonathan Weber moving into the lead. Daniel Simmons in 2nd. Justice Lenars in 3rd. Alan Andrews looking to make it 3 wide on the outside of Nick Connor. Braden Furby. They all get through clear. Daniel Simmons, a little bit of a push coming out of the corner. Justice Lenars looking to the inside. Simmons high again coming out of the corner. Lenars is going to get the opportunity to pass him. 5 laps in, 10 to go. Out front, Jonathan Weber putting some distance between himself and 2nd place, Justice Lenars. Yellow flag is out. Daniel Simmons in the turn 3 and 4 wall.
No. Just tell him no. He was driving like an idiot the last 2 laps.
So after this, Jonathan Weber will be your winner of the 2nd South Philly Pizza Compact feature. Unfortunately, this evening we've had a couple of accidents that have put us behind on time. So down in Midvale Victory Lane for a second time this season, the 85 of Jonathan Weber. Josh Irwin made a really good run with it last week. So, glad to see you be able to come back down here to victory lane. Unfortunately, we had to shorten the race a little bit there, but anybody would like to thank tonight?
Zane Giotto, Freeman's Green, James Giotto guys, and everyone else.
All right, everybody, your second feature winner, Jonathan Weber. And thank you to everyone who stuck around to watch him this evening. We do appreciate your die-hard dedication this evening.